Hi, and welcome to Kipa's Creative Flow. Wow, how quickly did this go? So, we are, I'm just going to quickly show you the favorite quote, but we're actually on the farewell already. So, this is Junk Journal July that we've been taking part in this challenge, and this is the 30th video because I combined um texture and one-sided, so 15 and 16 was combined, so this is the 30th video in this playlist. And the number 30 quote was favorite quote, so I chose the quote by Guru Nanak Dev Ji, who is the first guru of the Sikhs, and it simply states, why call her bad, from her kings are born. So it's talking about women and equality and giving them the status that they deserve. So yeah, so I wrote, if you were there, you'll see that this washi tape is there because there were some mistakes. So I'm sorry about that. But like I said, there's deeper meaning to what Guru Nanak Dev Ji said there. So please, if you want to delve in further, just go research for yourself. Because I am nowhere near, I don't know anything basically. I am a no one. So the farewell. So let's tick our favorite quote first. Tick, 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 tick. So before we get, no, what I was thinking of doing, right? So we've got so this is called a watercolor pen. I'm sure I got this from Home Bargains or somewhere like that, somewhere cheap, and it's Kriya Box, Marabu, I think is the company. And this is the barcode if you're looking for it. It's 407751725950. So if you're looking for it, that's what they are. They're like brush markers. So the plan was to actually, shall we just make this and then I can add it in? Let's just do it. So what I was going to do is like a little reflection. So this is just a piece of card been cut out. This was the theme of light at Boss Camp one of the years, and we still got a little booklet made out of a load of these, so they were all different sizes going outwards. So there was like a small little candle and then lots more, and then there were binder rings and some ribbon put on there. And yeah, so this is what some of the campers and people who attended got given. So I was just thinking of, let's make some lines. So I've already made a start. I've just distressed it with this blending tool and some distress ink fired brick by Tim Holtz. So all I'm going to do, I'm just thinking which is the thicker side. Don't know. I'm just going to draw a line and then we're going to just blend each line with my water pen. So that's just a brush with a barrel of water in there on the bottom bit. Might do some wriggly. I was supposed to do more wriggly. I don't know what I've done there. And I'll just leave a bit of space to sign as well. I was just thinking of give it a bit of a blur. This has seen better days. I know I've said this before, but it has. Just giving it a blend here. It doesn't completely blend the line, but gives some colour, which we want. Just to get the white off the page, really. And I'm just going to use a tissue to just rub this out, just so that we can write straight away. Just go around the top. might bring in that distressing as well if I can, just a little bit. Emphasize the edges. Get it on the table. Hope you guys are doing alright. Looking after yourselves and each other. Oh, yeah, that's closed. Okay, just grab my tissue. Sorry to come across. Right, then we've just got a Sharpie permanent fine, ultra fine point marker, and we're just going to do a little thing about what we've done in this massive challenge. Call it massive. So we'll just put actually let's go biro. I don't think that permanent marker is going to work. Let's go for a biro pen. Junk journal, July 2022. I'll just write underneath the line as well. Hosted by Meg Journals. What shall I write? So this has been my first ever junk journal. Almost completed. Yeah, because the cube junk journal is not quite ready yet. I suppose it's, yeah, so this is my first ever junk journal, almost completed. That's about right. It still requires finishing touches. Oh my goodness, how am I writing? Finishing. Wow, that's terrible. Finishing. Wow. Wow. You'd never think I'd go to university, would you? That's terrible. You can complain about that. Let me just wipe. Just using a correction pen to take out some of that. Oh, that was terrible. Finishing. You knew what I meant. You're thinking, no, we didn't. FINRISHING. Yes, yes. It still requires finishing touches. And binding. However, the pages are loose, so we could create 2 or 3 junk journals. however the pages are loose, so we could create two or three junk journals out of this one. Can you say as it is humongous? Eh. No, I'll just say it really is a chunky monkey. Junk journal. Exclamation mark. It has been fun going through the prompts. Farewell for now. Farewell. Lots of love. Keep up. Yep. There's always got to be something, hasn't there? There's got to be something. So we are going to go, let's do the flick through now. Let's go through everything that we've done from start to finish, what's in there so far, because there's still more to go. Oh my goodness. Right, shall we go, first of all, shall we add this somewhere? So I was thinking, I'm just thinking from at the back, and then we'll talk about what I think still needs doing. So this was the from the geometric page, this was the leftover, so I just made a tuck spot. So maybe it might be too big. It might be too big, so maybe I could fold this. I want that bit staying. I want this bit popping out of that spot. Maybe one more. It's about that. Could always back it with something as well. There's always things to do, isn't there? I'm just gonna, whoops, sorry about that. They're going crazy with whatever they're doing out there as well. I'm just going to, no, not going them folds. Yeah, I think that was the only fold. Just because it's getting seen there. Let me just try to. Shit, I might as well just do the whole back while we're at it. So one of the farewell ideas I had was to show you me tidying up. So just putting the camera up and just tidying up this mess that I've got on this table. Maybe that's not a good idea, eh? Oh yeah, I just thought it might look nice in these grooves as well now. Not the other side, because that's already got that this orange clear box watercolor on there. So there's that, and that. Then fold the technical way with your nail, the back of your nail. So yeah, let's tuck that in there. the one. So we're gonna go in this order, if that's all right with you guys. So we're gonna start with begin. So for begin, obviously you're gonna go back and see, well, if you might have already seen if you followed from the start, but we went with this page. So this contains a guest check, a tag which you could write on, a journal card, and a clear key and some clear, I think it's vellum or something, and says thank you. So that's on the guest check. I think I just folded it over and made that. And then this was our word begin. And then the second one, number 2, was reinvent. So this was this page where we reinvented the lateral flow kit into this basically. And there is a little slot here, so we could add like a flag or something there that you could pull in and out. Yeah, that was just, and then these come out as well. So either have it this way or that way, whichever way you want. And then yeah, that's the actual kit. Yeah, what you put your thingamajig on it. So yeah, that was a very cool page to do that actually. And that was the actual packaging from the kit. And this is from the little leaflet that comes in there, made in China stuff. Yeah, loved that, loved it. And then the next one was layered tag. So which was, let me just find it. Yeah, so I had this from Susie Q Makes, this beautiful printed receipt or whatever it is. So originally I had left it loose, but it was so thin it just needed reinforcing, so I just stuck it down to this paper. And then so this was the tag. So I stuck to having it square. I didn't do that with it, you know, I didn't cut the corners. So I just layered it with that's doily. And then there was a little pocket with a tea dye on the back here. Dundee Corporation. So yeah, that was that. And that was put on there with a paper clip, and that was heat embossed, this item was. So yeah, that's turned out quite well. And a butterfly to finish. And then the fourth one was transparency. So there's lots of transparency that happened because I had all these ideas in the video, but then I went off camera and made some of them. But the main one that I made on camera was this one, which is sticking out. We're going to come to that. So the first transparency was this. So this can be popped out of here. It's just some packaging. And I've put it down with some washi tape. And it's just a bird tea card. I suppose it is a tea card, yeah. A stamp and a little ticket. And this was some leftover die cut. And then we had this one. So this was actually stitched. I had a right nightmare stitching this. So this was from a cake box for my niece and my daughter. So there were 2 boxes with this kind of design on the front. So I'm glad they were both the same size, because I jammed them together and then made this. So I made sure it was a pocket. But in hindsight, I wish I'd just done this a bit softer. So like as in wrapped these flowers around this edge. So that's just the only thing, but otherwise that's turned out quite good, and it's stayed on quite well. And what we did was, you know, that where's it gone? You know, this map paper. So the binding for that, we used it to enclose this, the other side of the map paper, and this together. So yeah, that's how that's a page. And I think that was it for transparency. Was it? Oh, there's one more transparency, sorry. So is this the specimen? So that was that was, I was toying with that during the transparency when I was thinking about it, but I ended up using it in a different prompt. So I think I used it in the nature prompt. This is the nature one. So yeah, so that was that. And then we've got the fold out, which was this. So it comes out, 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 and then out. So yeah, I love the way that worked, and it reinforced this glassine bag as well. And then we've got Symmetry. So this is Symmetry. I think Symmetry and Mirrored were quite, well, the theme was quite similar, but I tried to do a completely different thing. So this was what I'd created. So I added some, so just made the, added paint on one side and then smooshed it together, folded it in half, and then we've added some dried flowers within it, so it has got a bit of texture. And this was some you know what you put on homework books to cover, protect them. You can get it from like Poundland and places like that. So that turned out quite good. So that was the Symmetry. And then Bouquet, that's gonna be, yeah, it's behind this one. Sorry about that, we're moving, aren't we? Sorry. This is so big, it's so big now, I can't handle it. So this was inspired by Natasha at Treasure Books, and she's got a video how she makes a load of these, you know, the bottom bit of it. And yeah, I was like, I have to use that somewhere. So, and this was like a cluster, like a cluster bouquet type thing. And this one we'd actually use in a different prompt. It's in the playlist of Ephemerimber and Junk Journal January. I did a combined playlist, and that's from there, where I was just experimenting with some hot glue and some wax. And yeah, so this was a post-it card from there, and this back thing was a cluster. So then the next one was wallpaper, which we stayed here for. So Fussy cut some wallpaper there, and then we finished off this beautiful envelope from the Pink Zebra UK here. So that's turned out really well. And then the next one was Clashing Patterns, which is this page. So we used some packaging and tried to just make it bright. Use some hummus packaging here. I made a belly band. Use these from a different prompt, which was the beads, and where we stitched beads on there. And then this was a butterfly, and we'd made like a, you know, like you make snowflakes. So we cut out. So that's number 9. This one is. So yeah, and this was a ticket that we'd made in a previous prompt as well, which I'd added onto the front. So yeah, it was nice to use some of that stuff. The next one was fussy cutting, so I'm just gonna have to move this way so I don't keep knocking it too much, sorry. So fussy cutting, this took a while. So this was by K and Company, and it's come out really well. I do want to edge this somehow, like with some ink or something, just to finish it off. But I like the way the washi tape's here, and just a little cluster of a button and that. So that was really simple. And then the timeout, it's got to be one of my favorites in this, because it is so chilled out. It is so chilled out. So it's home, positive care, health, work, well-being, family. It is just thinking about time for you, time to relax, time to balance work, know when you need a rest, you know, look after other people around you as well, just staying positive. So it's just like nature and just breathing. It's like a, yeah, I really liked the way this turned out. And then at the back we added something that I'd made in a different prompt list, which wasn't put anywhere. So yeah, so I added this here because it looked too much. I did tuck it into here. This is a little pocket, side pocket, but I just changed my mind, so I put it there. Okay, so the dyed, we went crazy with dyed, I think. We dyed a lot of things, basically. So I think we did this tea bag. We dyed this paper with different inks. We dyed these doilies, these like little cup mat doilies. We what else did we do? I think there was the other side of that page as well. We made some splodges on here as well. That was in the dyed prompt, this one. So that's come through. I love the way it did that. I think that's all of it. So if you're looking for the dyed prompt, that's number 12. So there is some here. Let me just move that up. And then I just made some patterns on top of the dyed once that is done. Yeah, so that one's that one. That one is that one. And now we're going to go to mirrored. So I just thought about doing something symmetrical, something which is, you know, oh, where are you? Where's it gone? Oh, it's here. Silly. So this was, I suppose it can be this way. So it's the inking, then the paper cutting on the edge. Yeah, the cards. Just the symmetry of it all. I just thought it looked brilliant. And it didn't need anything else, I don't think. And then we've got the nature one, which we've just gone past as well, which was the one towards the end. So I wasn't doing it in any order, like in this thing. I was just trying to find what would be the most suitable thing for the stuff that I'd taken out or had a little play with. So this was the nature one. So we've upcycled quite a bit. This was upcycled. This was sticker waste die cuts that cut out grass die cut as well. And then this specimen was added into here with a paper clip. And we just added another a little die cut flower there just to give it some interest. But yeah, the squirrel saying, "I'll just pop this nut here. 1 year later, I'm so proud of my tree, I shall name you Terry." They do that, they forget where they've left them. And this little warbler as well. Hello. Oh, let me just... Okay, so that was number 14. And then we had number 15 and 16, which was in one prompt. So that we combined. Sorry, when I take the big one over, that gets stuck, sorry. So, oh, here. So what we did, we clustered all along this edge and just used different materials. So that is actually a coconut shard, you know, the actual coconut skin, you know, this is upcycled. You put some sticker on there, butterfly, and just some book page, some fabric, more fabric, stamp. And this was part of the doily that we'd tea dyed as well, so that's come into there here. This was using some quick drying filler, so I textured that on there. It was splattered underneath before that as well. Yeah, so that's that one. So that's texture and one-sided. So that's the one-sided bit, and then texture is all what's going on in and around it. So the next one was go-to palette. Okay, so just gonna go this way. I've got to be careful of this big one. Excuse me. So this was what I used for the go-to palette. Oh, sorry. Because I love blues. So this was my daughter's working out sheet, and yep, so I just use some of these palette watercolors, which are hers by Kohinoor, and used a bit of gold paint as well, which is just from the children's section, nothing special. And just made marks, made shapes, made flowers, just tried to just make it really flowy. And yeah, that's how that's turned out. Then we did cut out, so we, and this side, let me just be careful of that one. Oh yeah, straight onto it, brilliant. So this is the front, this is the one side of it, which probably could do with something. But this is how it's looking now. So then this is kind of slightly attached there, and then you go in again, but then it's cut out again. So then you've got the flower as your, so it's just like a, you're going in. I suppose you could keep going with that. That's got endless possibilities, hasn't it? So that was the cutout section. And then tucked away, oh yeah, if you were here, you saw me having a right mare with this yeah, the sewing machine again. But this time what I should have done, so I have learnt from my mistakes, so it's not like I've just done it and then I'm like, I'm trying to fix it and just muddle through, which I was. That is true. But what I've learnt is you need a bigger stitch, but my thing needs servicing, the whole thing. It, yeah, so I need to sort that out. But look, it perforated here, so I did, so this is actually a tuck area as well now. So it's, I just folded it over and then glue here, so I could tuck a tag or something maybe later on there, which is fine, which I might do. And then this is like a little receipt I've added in there, so there's a tuck space there, and we just added a bit of a charm and that there, and I've glued that onto there. It's a little cluster. And then in here, so this was an old trouser pocket that I saved many years ago. Yeah, and this is our little bird, which is onto a card. Ooh. And then the other side of it, so this pocket was quite big because it was on the bottom of the leg, so it was quite big. So I'd stitched there, but then round here as well. So then here, so I've tucked this in, which was, I think it was the bird, and so the bird was from Ephemerembra and the quote was from Junk Journal January at that time. So it's in that playlist. If you just look under Ephemerembra and Junk Journal January in my playlist, and it's number 12, so it's like about the 12th one down. So that was what I'd done there. So it says, let your tears come, let them water your soul, because we are beings of 8.4 million life forms. So that's how long it takes us to get a human life, basically. So this, I thought that would look quite nice in there, especially with all this beautiful blue behind it as well. And yeah, I just thought, you gotta come here. So that's there. Yeah, and this is all stuck. So that's that. So that was tucked away. And then we went on to black and white, which is towards the back. So I'm just going to move this out to the, just going to get rid of that big page. So this was, where are we? Right at the back, I think. Yeah. So this was, I used chalk to completely cover this, but I tried to like highlight some of this beautiful flower. So it's kind of like, it's still dark, but it's slightly coming out. It's not over, like, you can't completely see it, but it's, yeah, so I like the effect that it gave. And then I used a correction tape, or Tipex pen whiteout tape, if some of you call it, to just decorate this. So that's what I did for that. And then for focus, what did I do? What did I do for focus? Oh yeah, was it the frog? Yeah, I'm just coming. I think it was the frog page. Flip this side. Trying to remember here which way. These have been moved around a few times, to be fair. Not that way. Okay. Where are you? Where are you? Come out. Oh, here you are. So, oh, they're attached. That's it. So here it says another year flies by, so focus. So I just try to do it so that just thinking about, I suppose, the perspective of this picture, which was from the newspaper, and the way the bird is just flying in this world. And like the frog is focusing on the butterfly. It's just, yeah, I thought it does work, and it's important to do that. It's important to focus on things, focus on your day, focus on yourself, and just focus ahead as well, because that's what happens. Another year flies by, so focus. Yes. So that was our focus quote. And then blended, we went to the front for blended. So that was this. So it was what we did on here. But what we did it on this side, and we did it on the back as well. So the front page and the first page inside. So we went crazy with blended. I love that stencil, which I did share the information with you. Right, so then next we had maximalism. Ah, yes, I remember. So for this, I went with this massive. So that's what got. This is what got blobbed on here as well. This was actually nice at the start. So that's what I used. So I stamped the big one and then the smaller one. There's a bit of texture on that watercolor paper. So that's. And then we smoosh some ink, and this is a wood carved stamp that we used there. But yeah, so use the inside of it. That's a bit of envelope you can see popping there. Use some fabric, which was absolutely gorgeous as well. And then on the back, which also kind of went into the maximalism kind of vibe, was the Great Antique and Vintage Car Boot Fair poster. So this was in a magazine, and this I thought was perfect for this. So I used that for that. Hope you like that one. That's pretty out there. Oh, I think we're in. No, we're not. Yes, we are. No, we're not. No. Oh, is that how it was? Yeah, I think it was. It was sticking out like that, wasn't it? Okay, so that's our maximalism, and I had to look up that quote, so I might do a little section inside that, do a little write-up for it, just to say this is maximalism. So yeah, I did read it to you on that video. So that was number 23. So the next one was paint splatters. So we did do a bit of paint splatters in previous videos, but we just kind of went along here with some pink paint splatters. I can't say that. It's like Peter Piper picks a pepper or whatever. Yeah, that sounds like one of those rhymes. So yeah, just splattered here. But then there's splatters here, and there's splatters in a few places. There were splatters underneath this as well. So there's and along here. Yeah, I do like splatters. There's quite a few splatters in different places. So splatters definitely got, paint splatters definitely got dealt with. Yeah, 100%. Oh, the peaceful one, number 25 was peaceful. So that was, yeah, here. So this was something that was watercolored, so kind of just finished that off, and then I added it on this side because this vibe was just, it was needed. So this I've been adding to since the video, because this this is a new bit of, because I saw this piece, it's like from an ice cream, you know, the lid of it. So I added the prompt number and that actual piece. Was it that way? Sorry. Motif. That's the word. Yeah, so it's someone doing yoga, and it's just staying, it's like being calm and having a peaceful mind. So, and the trees behind, and these beautiful calming colours on this side as well. Just thought it worked really well. I forgot to show you, you know, on the dyed. So this was a tea bag, two tea bags stuck together. But what I made sure to do was left two pockets on either side. Sorry, I just noticed it when I was just showing you this. So yeah, so that's that. So that was peaceful. And then our memento is quite bright. I'm thinking about slightly dumbing it down because it is super bright, which is this. So this was all to do with my daughter, basically. So it's her, something that she's coloured, her maths homework, and then it was something that she made. And because I tell them to not throw anything away, I want to see it first. I want to see if I want to save it or, you know, keep it in there, you know, the massive junk journal. Well, it's like a junk box that I've kept of theirs. Memory box, I suppose you call it. And so I've just backed this with cupcakes. And then this I've just written. So this was the back of different. Well, I'd split the card in two, so I kept the back and the front. But she loves Winnie the Pooh as well. And this is something that she said a few times now, which is sometimes it's lovely to wake up and feel like a kid again. And I'm like, that is so cute coming from a teenager. So yeah, that's gone in there. And this is a little rocket that she's made all by herself. So yeah, so that was the memento page. Yeah, that is quite special. Yeah, I'm still umming and ahhing, but I know the colours kind of work together because I did try and pop some orange there too, and then the yellow and the yellow. They kind of work. Maybe I need blue here somewhere, like to balance the blue there. Maybe something like that, something light blue. Oh, and the next one was stripped back, so we're going this way for that one. I know where that one is. So it's this one. So I used these beautiful woodpeckers picture. I had to add the beak back in, but it was layers and layers of glue, paint, and I think that's an envelope, some actual book page, some speciality paper, handmade, some notebook paper, a bit of everything really. And it was peeled back, I suppose. It was stripped back. And then I used mark making to use the back of like a pen and the back of the paintbrush to kind of go into the layers, so it just looks a bit different. So that was that. And then we went over to do some stenciling, which was, sorry, where were you? Stenciling, oh here, yeah. So we used the brass stencil this time, and we just kind of went all over the page. And then I added this notebook paper so I could write on there. You could do with a little something, not sure what yet, but something, I don't know, it needs something. And then the next one was geometric, so that is nearby, which is here. So we stamped some geometric shapes and then clustered up this beautiful postcard, faux postcard. We added number 29 because that was the prompt number, and then that was tucked into here, and it's just behind a vintage maths paper from the 1900s. Still wondering what to do with the top of this just to reinforce it. I'll come back. I'll have to do something, but I'm not sure what yet. Right, and then we had favourite quote, which was at the front. And that was, "Why call her bad, from her kings are born," which was by Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And it is in Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, Ang Lim 473. So, yeah, Ang means limb. So that was that one, which was quite a beautiful quote. And then the final one was farewell. So that was right at the back. Sorry about that. Oh, more paint splatters. They're all coming out now. That was right on the back page, wasn't it? Yeah, this still, yeah, we'll talk about what could be done next. And so we added this like tea light, and then it says Junk Journal July 2022, hosted by Meg Journals. This has been my first ever junk journal, almost completed. It still requires finishing touches and binding. However, the pages are loose, so we could create 2 or 3 junk journals out of this one. It really is a chunky monkey junk journal. It has been fun going through the prompts. I can't spell. You guys didn't tell me. Oh, prompts. It's been fun going through the prompts. Farewell for now. Lots of love, keeper. So yeah, this has been tucked into here, which is the leftover from the geometric paper, because the back of it was pretty awesome with this scribble writing style. So yeah, so the other things I was thinking of doing is reinforcing this, definitely. So that's the back of the front of the envelope. Maybe painting this behind here just a little bit to finish it off. Definitely reinforcing or doing something there, maybe a word or something big. I'm just thinking I might stitch along here, like, I don't know, some stitching, some actual thick stitching. Maybe a tuck spot could come here, or that could be an actual place to write. When I'd finished doing this, I was saying that I might stitch around the edges of here, because it is not it's stayed, it's quite good, but yeah, it's just something I was thinking of doing. And then this could be maybe stamped further, something here to finish it off. Happy with that. There's nothing in there at the moment, so maybe put something in there. And then this back of this also could do with, well, something. I don't know what. But this bit here, let me grab something, is the waist of a butterfly. So this is this. Yep, so that comes out. I mean, that's just tucked, it's glued within the thing. Yeah, so definitely maybe getting, like, you know, like I've done on this side, getting some flowers, but maybe getting that size flower and then the middle size flower, so the middle and small, and then going round this again, but in a different colour possibly, maybe this bluey colour. That would look interesting, definitely. And then this beautiful fabric, you noticed that I bought a stash of that, so maybe I could use that elsewhere in the journal as well. But if I'm splitting the journals, then maybe, so many possibilities, so many. I'm alright with this page, I'm cool with that and that. And this, I think the front of this could do with something like coloration or something, and then definitely inking the edges, that would help. This one was inked, but this page with the boys on there, yeah, but I don't want to cover that picture, so I've just put this there so you can still read it. Every boy's annual, what a whacking fish. Yeah, so those type of things are fun to read. So yeah, I don't want to deter from that. definitely not. But all the inside is beautiful. Just the outside here I need to colour somehow. And then the edges, yeah. And then could tuck something into here. Not thought about what yet, but there's space to tuck something into there now. I'm happy with that, but maybe could do another tag as well. Don't know. Quite like this already browned page, and the pictures are so interesting. It's like, I don't know, I haven't got the heart to go over them, so I have added like here, but I've left the actual images of the horseshoe magnet. So yeah, I like it a lot. And then this was some metallic metallic rub-on that we used to just finish this page off to balance the colour. This cluster we made off camera, so just a bit of ticket, and when I made a mess with that, yeah, it was the thread from there, which turned out quite cool. This I would probably, I don't know, like ink or something on the back of this, you know, the back. So it's got already like been, because I was off stamping it with some, when I was doing some personalization, so it's got some alphabet on the back, but I think it just needs a tiny bit more color just to finish it off. But I don't mind that it's a bit jagged, it's not completely straight, I don't mind that at all. Again, I think I was mentioning I just want to maybe add some kind of color to the edge of this, so that would be nice to do that. I would probably leave that as it is. Maybe colour on the edge of here and around the ticket. I think I did a bit of black inking, but I think it just needs something else. Yeah, I reckon this is alright. Would have messed too much with that. It's already bulky as it is. Yeah, and this definitely balance it with some kind of blue, maybe blue butterflies or blue something, like an image of some blue. Yeah, this one's turned out alright. Not sure if I'm going to change anything here. And again, that's just the back bit, which has already got pattern, and it kind of flows with that as well, doesn't it? And then this I added earlier. Oh. Straightening out the page. And then this, I'd probably ink again the edges, maybe with this blue, like a royal blue maybe, or use some paint to just ink them. Here I'd probably leave it as it is because it is quite busy. However, on here, I don't know, I do need to add something because this and this together is too clashy, although clashing was one of the things. So yeah, so maybe something. Then I'm like, do I want to get rid of the image, or should I do something like here? It's a dilemma, basically. I've got a bit of a dilemma, unless I just fold it in half and forget about it. No, let's not do that. So yeah, so that's that. Could write something on this guest checklist, and I think that is it. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that, the whole Junk Journal July experience. And I hope to see you soon. Yeah, there's plenty of these videos going out. I forgot to add I did add a little charm as well of a little dolphin. That's what it's called. It is called a dolphin. Yes. So look at the size of it. Look at that. Look at that. Let me just hold it between my hands. Look how huge that is. So you see why I'm saying about splitting this and, you know, using it for some, like, you know, doing something else with it. But I'm really glad I did do it, because it's helped me just do it rather than be really cautious about it. I've actually just done it this time, because when I was doing it with I'll just quickly show you, it's just here. Because when I was doing the this one, the junk journal, no, what am I saying? So I was doing lots of different prompts, but I was trying to complete my Cuba junk journal, which is here, which I still need to do. I don't think I've got much left on it, so I do need to finish it and bind it, because that is a keepsake item. So that's probably what I will have to I need to work on next. But first of all, I don't know if you want to see, if you've stayed this long, you probably do want to see. But if you've not stayed this long, then bye and take care. But I'm going to be brave and just show you my table, because it is a farewell, and this is what this prompt did. Because yeah, not a lot of stuff has moved from this table. So I'm just going to show you exactly how it is. I'm not going to move anything. Are you ready? I hope you're braced and ready, because this is going to be a quick showing around. I'm just going to take it off the stand. So this is where I've been working, and then this is in front of me, some books. This is some of the junk journal stuff. So I just showed you this, but this was actually placed here. This was actually placed here, in this box. So yeah, this is the aftermath, and that's my cup there. Oh, I'll keep this drawer open near me. This is where all my tools and scissors and everything are. So yeah, that's reality, guys. I can't believe I just did that, because I do need to tidy up now. But yeah, hope to see you soon. Take care for now. Hopefully I will be also doing a room tour if you want to see that. If I get enough people saying they want to see the room properly, that I might oblige. So take care for now. It's been fabulous. Have a great day. Take care for now. Bye.